When you try to AFK on multiple accounts, do you find yourself using Tiny Task and trying to flip between screens? Well, no more. Hey everybody, it's Little J Birdie, and if you like to AFK in Roblox, especially with multiple accounts, then you need a better solution. And I just dropped on GitHub the Multiple Instances Roblox Handler, and I'm going to show you what it does, and then I can get into like how you do all the settings and stuff. So I am in a server with my alt, but you don't have to be in the same server. You don't actually have to even be playing the same game. And you can have multiple accounts running, more than two. But just to demonstrate, I wanted to show you how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that I already have Roblox Account Manager running. I have my 2 instances up, and you do have to put your characters in position first. So every game operates just a little bit differently, but most of them have some sort of hotkey shortcuts that you can use while you're playing the game. So Pet Simulator 99 just added, I'm so excited, these keybinds. So if you haven't used them before, you can edit them. And you're going to see I have it set for when I press N, I eat an apple, L is for this lucky block event, and then H is to spawn in a hasty flag. So I'm going to be using that when I launch the script here. So let me go ahead and reload it. There are instructions, but let me just get right to it. We have 2 instances detected, which is exactly what I want. And I'm going to go through and choose sequences the first time through, and I'll show you how to enter a new sequence later. So here's my demo sequence for instance 1. Whichever window is active whenever I start the script is going to be my instance 1, and it will cycle to the next instance so you know exactly which one you're putting the key presses in for. For this one, I'm just going to choose default. That is just a spacebar press. So you're going to see space down, space up. That's 1 spacebar press. H, we're going to spawn the hasty flag, and we're going to eat a piece of fruit, and then we're going to press the spacebar again. And over here, it's just 1 spacebar press. So you can set the time in between instances. And just to speed things up for us, I'm going to go ahead and make that 8,000. All right, that is in milliseconds. Okay, so you heard my hasty flag spawn, a cycle counter. So right now it's showing the hotkeys that you can use, and it'll show how many cycles you have completed. And it's going to go right back over to, there we go, we just spawned another one, ate another apple. So you can see that it's not running the same keystrokes constantly on both. It's switching back and forth and just applying the keystrokes to that particular window. So now I want to show you how you actually enter your own key sequences. So for this demonstration, I'm going to show you 4 different instances actually. And I'm going to go ahead and reload the script. Now I have 4 instances running, which is exactly what I wanted. And when you get to this screen, instance 1, choose a saved sequence or create a new one. I'm going to choose new sequence. Okay, and there are some simple instructions here, some little reminders. If you need a key modifier like Control Z, you would put the little caret with the Z as your keystroke. Any key names, so the space bar is the word space. The left arrow key is the word left. Anything that's a full name, you put in these little curly braces, and you do put commas in between each one. So if you want to get a little bit more in depth, this is going to open in a new window. But I do have some syntax help here. This takes you over to the documents for AutoHotkey version 2. So you can actually see here all the possible keys and how you write them. But I'm going to go ahead back in here and I'm going to say, all right, I want to do a space down, a space up. So any of those keys you do have to put down and then up. Hopefully in a future update, I can make that a little bit more simple. I'm going to go ahead and press the R button, and that's going to, this game, start my ultimate. And let's go ahead and throw another hasty flag down there. And let's do one more space down and space up for good measure. Okay. And then it's going to prompt me to save this sequence. So I'm just going to call this trial demo. Okay, whatever you want to name it. And for these other ones, I'm just going to go ahead and pick the default. Now you're going to see that the trial demo is already there. So pick the default for this one. Okay, now you can see this alt is in a completely different game. Let's say I don't remember what all the key sequences were. You can show sequences and it will pop up what is saved. So it shows you what the default is. It shows you what the demo was, what the trial demo was. But I'm going to go ahead. For these, I'm just going to choose default. So here's another Pet Simulator 99, but in a totally different server. Okay, and it's going to run through and just kind of verify all these key presses. Okay, and we're going to set our time between. You don't want to set this down to 0 because it's going to mess up the programming. There's our cycle. So I hit R, there goes my ultimate. Now, if you are hatching, if you have pets running around, it doesn't always catch, whenever you hit the R. So sometimes if you were doing a lot of things at the same time, hatching and doing some breakables, you're going to want to put the same keystroke in a couple of times. I usually put in like R, 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 just so it hits it at some point. Okay, and you can see it's just cycling through. We have one cycle completed. I'm riding over on a cloud there, just doing the space bars to keep those screens going. And you can customize this for whichever key presses your game allows. So now I'm back down to one instance just to show you some of the more technical things that you can do. I'm going to go ahead and reload my script. And you're going to see, remember, whenever I chose this trial demo, I was pressing H, I was pressing R. I know for this particular game, those key presses are not allowed in this area. So you're going to see what's going to happen is I'm going to get an error, right? And the only way to get rid of this is to press this OK button or the X, and I haven't programmed that into my sequence. Now, if I do press it, which I'll show you how to program that in, the next time it cycles through, it's going to go ahead and pop that same error back up. So if you are doing something with a limited resource in Pet Simulator 99, like you're running fruit, you're running flags, and you are either going to hit a limit or you're going to run out of it, you need to sort of balance that with how much time you're planning to be AFK. And now I want to show you how to enter a click. So let's say in this game, I want to get on this hoverboard. So I want to click this button over here. Now I need to figure out exactly what the coordinates of this location are. So I could have made it that OK button. If I was hatching eggs, I could have made it the E, but I'm just going to show you the hoverboard for now. And we are going to right click down in our system tray. You can also just search for Windows Spy. But if you right click on the auto hotkey icon, we get Windows Spy here. And you do need to click on the window that you're interested in. And let's see, the hoverboard over here, we want this number right here, this client number for my particular script. The scripts do tell you at the top whether it's related to screen, window, or client. This one is a client. And I'm going to say that the hoverboard is at 73 and 450. So those are the coordinates that I need to remember to make this work. So I'm going to go ahead and reload my script. And I'm going to choose a new sequence. And I want to curly braces, click, So that's going to be your left mouse click. We're going to say 73 and 450. Oh, I don't need commas in between those numbers. And let's say I want to get on the hoverboard and I want to get back off of it. And this could be the location of a hatching egg or something in a different game, or that OK button. So let's see, click hoverboard. Okay. Now, sometimes it's going to miss it the first time because I'm moving my mouse. To get that out of the way, you can see it just kind of flashed up. I got on the hoverboard and off. Now, I'm hoping in a future update to put more mouse clicks and kind of like an auto clicker feature in this as well. But this is sort of a workaround for now. So you can see that you can put clicks in there. I could have put the 2 clicks followed by an R followed by a spacebar press. And I could customize these for each of the windows that I have up. Okay, so how do you make this all work? You do need to have AutoHotkey version 2, and the link to that is down in the description. If you want to be able to run multiple instances, it's not a requirement, but you want to pick up Roblox Account Manager, and the link to that is also in the description. But to get the multiple instances Roblox handler script that I just dropped, you again want to go to the description, and the link to GitHub is there. So this is my very first GitHub drop. And you're going to come right to this folder and see all of the files that you're going to get to make this all work. So you click on code and then download zip. So it's going to zip all these files together for you. And they're going to show up in your downloads folder like this, in this little zipped folder. I'm going to right click it. And you want to extract all. You're going to need to do this with the AutoHotkey and the Roblox Account Manager downloads as well. And you're going to choose which folder it's going to go to. So I've already done that. That's why it's in this folder. Okay, and you're going to see that I have you're going to have the zipped version and then the unzipped versions. So last, I just want to mention a couple of these files. So when you go into the folder, here's everything that was over on GitHub. And you do need to keep them all together in the folder, or else you're going to run into some errors. But double clicking the multi-instance Roblox handler is going to launch the script for you. And don't worry, because you can just wait until you hit start to get everything rolling and you have time to set everything up. Let me go ahead and close that out. Another really important file is keystrokes ini. That's our configuration file. So you can right click on that and open it up with Notepad or another code editor. And when you do, it's going to look like this. So this title here, keystrokes, has to stay at the top of this file. The default will populate the very first time that you run the script. And then you see all of the other sequences that I entered while I was going through and demonstrating for you. You can make changes directly within this file. So let's say instead of clicking the hoverboard twice, I decide I only want that one to click one time. I can enter an entirely new sequence here. Let's say I want to press the left arrow key. I would say left down, curly brace, and then left up. If I decide I don't want one of these, I can go ahead and just delete it out here. And after you save this file, all of these will now be populated in that drop-down menu for you to choose. I hope in a future update to give you a little bit more organization and maybe let you sort it by character, but I'm just not quite there yet. It's been so fun hanging out with you. I hope that I've been able to make your AFK life just a little bit more enjoyable. If you have any questions or run into any issues, make sure you join my brand new Discord server. I'd love to hear from you about what you'd like to see in future updates or even new scripts that you'd like to see. Once I build a little bit of a community over there, I want to start doing giveaways. So get in on the fun and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Thanks so much.